here I am with you and you're helping me. Thank you so much. I am so blessed to have found you, because I don't honestly, I'm at a loss, just popping pills left and right and no one to tell me you're getting better or you're doing good or you're not doing good, or, all I hear is take this pill now and take that pill now and take this other pill, and it's like, it's never ending, and I'm tired of taking pills, some of them are so big. Try to follow your advice, step by step. And I'm feeling pretty good. So here I am, at this point in my life, and I come down with lupus, and so I told you I went into kidney failure, my liver, I knew that I had fatty liver for a while, but they called me recently, I think it was last year, we did an ultrasound and they called me and they said that I have fibrosis. Liver fibrosis, and that scared the heck out of me. And so, because they said, well, next would be cirrhosis. And I have so many issues, that I deal with that I'm so tired of fighting it. I want to just be better. I want to be able to eat healthy and, and continue doing my thing. I have 4 grandbabies that I still would like to enjoy, but, like I said, the biggest thing I think was, getting my heart better, because that way, if I do have to have my, third open heart surgery, then the rest of my body, I guess, will be healed and probably ready to help me with the healing of this if I have to go through it, I mean, I took steroids for like 2 years. Also, I could not walk for almost the 2 years, so then therefore, I guess that's the reason why I ended up with neuropathy, my family members would help me, to the bathroom. My sister and my mom would, take me to the bathroom and bathe me. I couldn't do anything for myself, and so I think right now, there, my ankles may be just residue from that, that every now and then I notice a little bit of inflammation on my ankles, and other than that, like, and I didn't realize, because, you get going, on a day-to-day thing, and I wasn't thinking, but, my dizziness is almost gone. I didn't realize that until I had a bad one the other day. And I was like, whoa, I haven't had my dizziness for a long time now, and I just noticed it because it was so bad that I actually had to hold on to the wall and sit there with my eyes closed and just breathe, waited, because when I get those, it's so weird, because like when I get dizzy, sometimes it feels like my eyes want to go crossed. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And I just, like I said, and I feel almost like maybe I waited too long, because 3 years ago I found you guys and I started following you, but I just, between all the financial stuff that I have with hospitals, in and out of the hospital for years, the last 3 or 4 years, I was just so terrified of, getting into more debt, and so I thought about it, but, when they told me about my heart, then I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it, because, if this is not healthy, I got to get at least everything else healthy, to help me get through this. If I end up having, I don't know at this point, I have no idea what they're going to be able to do, but yeah, right now the palpitations are just like, it's a constant thing, because the heart is working twice as hard to get the beat, the blood going and all that. And so, the one is pretty bad. So
yeah, that's why the food, if your heart has to work harder, because there could be more resistance in the blood flow. But when you're eating this food, there's going to be less resistance, so your heart has to work less harder when you have less atherosclerosis, plaques, cholesterol in the blood.
When I was 20, when I started getting sick, and I told you that I went for 10 years to the doctors and nobody could figure out what was wrong. My fingers were like this. I couldn't even, I would try to give my kids money for lunch or whatever. And I had to do this to scoop up the money. and it was a native. It was a little Apache Indian man and a chiropractor. They brought me back and my fingers are straight.
Mhm.
And
Very
it all
good.
happened, I want to say it all happened within a month, but I don't know where my head was because I just, I was so young and naive and I had the 3 little ones, but I didn't keep whatever they told me to do. I didn't, obviously they wrote it down for me to do it. It was all natural stuff and all that, but I didn't keep whatever I did back then, and it's like, oh my gosh, I could have saved myself from this, but I didn't know that it could come back.
Mhm.
I mean, and of course they were not doctors, they just kind of told me, okay, well, you're fine now, and I went back to my normal life eating and drinking, my soda, which I was really big on. That was
Yes.
my biggest mistake. Soda, I woke up and the first thing instead of water, I would open up a can of soda. And before bed, that was another, and one day I counted and I was on my 13th sodas in one day. Here I am with you and you're helping me. Thank you so much. I am so blessed to have found you, because I don't honestly, I'm at a loss, just popping pills left and right and no one to tell me you're getting better or you're doing good or you're not doing good, or all I hear is take this pill now and take that pill now and take this other pill, and it's like it's never ending, and I'm tired of taking pills, some of them are so big that I'm afraid that if I choke I will never you know um come to, but I'm just done with taking pills, and I have to see my doctors every 3 months. Every single one of them requires blood work, and before that it's and I'm thankful that it's just doctors, there for a few years, from 2016 to now. I think it was like going to the hospital every 2, sometimes 3 times a year. And so you
Mhm.
can imagine, that's not a way to live, the last time that I got really sick, I'm like, and I'm not gonna lie to you that a few times I was like, why don't you just take me? Just because I was so tired of fighting it, I just, and like I said, I did not walk for almost 2 years. Just laid there in bed. I lost all my hair, and now, I had chemo treatments and I don't know what that did to my body.
Mhm.
I can't even imagine. But hopefully all this will get all that out of my system and it's, I can get on with my life, it's a new life, new, everything, and just start enjoying life. I'm almost 60 years old.
Yes.
So I just want to live my life, in peace without having to run to doctors and be sick, with anything and everything. And you can't eat this and you can't eat that. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You're
I love
welcome,
you.
Christina. We love
Thank
you
you for
too.
helping all of us sick people around the world.
You're
Take
welcome.
care of
And
yourself.
please say hello to your daughter. Your daughter was on the call with you when you
Yes.
first talked. So say hello to her from us, your mom. Give
Uh,
her a hug and
uh,
we'll be in
thank
touch with you by
you.
email. So
All right. Thank you again.
you're
Love
welcome.
you.
We love
Thank
you
you.
too. Bye.
Bye now.